Sci-Hobs from Little Engine. In this video, I want to show you how to manage a temporary patch on a Drupal module that you can then use with Seawegan's Composer Patches project in your Composer project. So let's imagine a scenario here where we have a Drupal composer.json file. In that file, we have a requirement on an existing Drupal module, and we'll imagine that it is Drupal components, which helps us identify twig components. So we've come across a scenario whereby, a hypothetical scenario, whereby we've had an error and we want to suppress this error. There may be a problem with the module that will be fixed soon, and we want to continue developing in the short term until that problem is fixed in an official release of the module. So we've identified the problem and we'd like to fix it, and in this case I'm simply going to essentially hack the module. But because this module is being loaded with Composer, obviously this hack won't persist. So what we want to do is we want to create a patch that does persist, and I'll show you how to do that quite easily. Okay, so we've got a great tool called HubDrop, and what it allows us to do is to mirror a Drupal project to GitHub, where we can then make a change and then get a patch quite easily. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've come to hubdrop.org and I'm going to look for the module that I want. If the module exists, there'll be a GitHub page for it, and if it doesn't, then I can mirror the project. So I click the button to mirror on GitHub, and that should be ready in a few minutes. So why do we want to do this? The reason that I do this is that I find that the GitHub tools for creating a patch are quite useful. If we take a look at this existing project and one of the commits on this existing project, GitHub allows us to add .patch to the URL to create a patch of that commit. So once HubDrop has mirrored this project, which it will continue to do as changes are made to the source project, we can visit the projects page here on github.com Drupal project / module name, in this case components. The change we want to make we can do by forking the project. Once I've forked the project, I do need to make sure that I'm on the correct tag or branch. In my case, the change I want to make is on the stable 1.0 tag. So I will need to create a new branch for this. I'm in a fork of the project, and this is temporary, so I'll just create a temporary branch. I then find the file that I'd like to change and use the edit mode in GitHub. And I find the error that I would like to suppress. Let's say this is our error. And here I can provide comments, and obviously if I was going to do a pull request back up to the parent, then these would be more important. In this case, I'm not doing any pull requests with this commit. And I'll make that change directly to the temporary branch. Now that I've got my commit, I can look at all of the commits for the project. Find my commit, and then in the URL, I just want to add .patch to the URL. So with my patch, I will come back to my composer file. I've got a little snippet of a template here for my patches section. And I paste that patches section into the extra section in the composer.json. Now I can run composer update. And we'll add some verbose logging to this so that we can see what's going on. We can see that the Drupal components has been removed so that it can be reinstalled and repatched. Okay, and we can see that our patch is being applied here. And when we look at our module, we see that the change has been made. So at this point, we can continue to maintain that temporary branch and make minor changes. And fortunately for us, we can use HubDrop and GitHub to do the heavy lifting for those minor changes until we're ready to abandon our changes and update to the next version of the module. Thanks very much for your time. I hope you've enjoyed it.